Alright, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the broadcast. It is Cptn.Canuck here. Time for more AD2L action. We have got Bloodbath and Beyond going up against Ironside, and we are ready to go. I am so excited. Alright, here we go. Starting off this game. This is going to be, as I said, Ironside versus Bloodbath and Beyond. I love those two names, yeah, so things getting underway here. Both of these teams I have not seen or casted before, so this is a goodie bag for me, and yeah, it's definitely going to be an interesting broadcast. Now, we are trying to get these games done quick. I mean, I'm not going to, the players aren't going to throw it or anything, but I am also casting the highlight game of the night, which is between two teams, which I don't even know. I'm trying to, yeah, I lost the team names. People just keep throwing teams at me, and they're like, cast it. And I'm like, okay, so that's how it's working now. But so Ironside going also under the name Splendid Gaming, Bloodbath and Beyond, of course, going as their own name. And here we are into the draft. We've got two teams that I have no clue about. Now, usually when we begin these games, I like to just run over how these tournaments are run, because not a lot of people are knowledgeable. Oh crap, I gotta get rid of my friend overlay. Jeez, here we go.
Reserve time.
Alright, yeah, let's get rid of this. Mucho bueno. Okay, so the way the AD2L works is there is a Tuesday league and a Thursday league. Teams are free to participate in either, and each league is divided up into brackets or divisions, and then players within those divisions play basically round robin style, and they play best of twos, and each time you win a game you earn a single point, and at the end of the season the team with the most, or the teams with the most points, will go into a playoff round where they will fight for the grand prize, which is I believe five $10 Steam gift cards. So, I mean, not a ginormous prize pool. This isn't the international or anything, but it is a fantastic way for a lot of these teams to get their names out there, get a little bit of experience, and have some fun after work. This is kind of a casual after work league, and everybody's having a lot of fun here, so definitely looking forward to this. Now, right off the bat, we see a lot of Intel heroes getting banned out. A lot of both teams not really wanting to face up against those kind of nasty, just mess up your team disruption heroes. And yeah, same with the Rubik. So we've got 4 Intel heroes banned out, which means that a lot of the tanky strength heroes that these teams have really been favoring in this tournament are going to come into play. We're going to have an available Timbersaw, Bristleback, Alchemist. Who else we got? We've got there's another really popular one that's been banned out all the time, and I can't for the life of me remember who that is right now. Death Prophet has also been ridiculous lately. Not a strength hero, but she is going to be grabbed first by Bloodbath and Beyond, so going for that kind of shovey in-your-face push style. But yeah, things getting underway. Now Ironside just waiting to go for their next 2 pickups here. They're waiting quite a bit, letting their time run down, making sure they're very deliberate with their picks. But there's a lot of really strong heroes that are available right now. You can snatch a Bane Marana combo here. You could grab the Alchemist Bristleback. You can take Timbersaw, whatever you want. You can take anything. Anything, man. The board's open right now, and these teams have not quite shown what they want to do yet, so we'll see what they choose to go for. Time winding down here. 20 seconds into their reserve time on their first 2 picks, and you know, you definitely don't want to let that reserve time get down too much, but you know, there's something to be said for being deliberate about your first couple picks, because it always is smart to make sure that you've nailed down exactly what you want. And they pick up an Omni Knight. Oh boy, this is gonna be fun. This is gonna be fun. This is gonna be fantastic. But I actually don't hate this pick very much, mainly because of Guardian Angel. Omni Knight summons a Guardian Angel that grants immunity from physical damage and greatly increases hit point regeneration of nearby allies. Now, the cool thing about this interaction here is that Omni Knight pretty much counters Death Prophet, because Death Prophet has Exorcism, which is her spell with all the spirits, and it does physical damage. which allows it to hit buildings and eat through BKBs, which is really nasty in and of itself. But with that Omni Knight, that is pretty much negated. If both of those abilities go off at the same time, especially if Omni Knight has that Aghanims to protect his towers. There is literally nothing Death Prophet is going to be able to do with her ultimate, so I actually like that pickup. I'm not sure if that's like that's kind of pocket strats there. I definitely like it, and who knows? This might be the resurgence of Omni Knight. You know, he fits in really well with a he fits in well against a Death Prophet. We'll just say that. And since Death Prophet has been so ridiculously popular lately, who knows? We might see more of that. Anyway, Shadow Shaman their next pickup, so just trying to get a little bit more control and going to be able to throw out those chickens wherever the heck they want. This team could actually combo pretty well with a Juggernaut if they do want to do that for their carry. The Omni Knight could even carry too, but I don't know if that's going to happen. Warlock is the pickup for Bloodbath and Beyond, so kind of getting a little more AoE control and doing some damage that will not be negated by the Guardian Angels. So I kind of like that as well. It's a pretty potent pickup here, and you know, if he gets off to a good start, he can get pretty crazy. We'll see what they choose to do with him in the lane. I've seen some Warlocks going to the off lane just because with Fatal Bonds they can actually stay relatively safe, but I'm not sure if that's going to be the case. I'll probably send him down to support. Anyways, getting into the second ban phase here. So what are both teams going to want to do? They're going to want to get rid of the heroes that really kind of shut them down. And, you know, Bloodbath and Beyond, they get rid of a Viper, which is kind of a nasty thing to deal with as Death Prophet in the lane. Every time you throw out a Crypt Swarm, you get eaten with that Corrosive Armor, and the Silence doesn't really do anything, because it just keeps attacking you. So Viper would definitely have been a good pickup against Death Prophet. Not going to happen now, though. And you know, I think their next ban is probably gonna have to be something like a Clockwork, something that will allow the other team to break up the team fight and kind of push heroes away from each other. Because right now, Death Prophet and Warlock are both very AoE centric heroes. They want all the heroes balled up into one little clump, and that's really going to give them a huge advantage. So I would say, you know, something like a Beastmaster or a Clockwork ban next would be really good. Ironside getting rid of a Lion, so a really bursty support that combos really well with that Warlock. The Fatal Bonds into Finger of Death as a pretty nasty combo, especially when you've got squishy supports like the Shadow Shaman. Omni Knight not exactly squishy, but Lion can still do his work anyway. So we're seeing a lot of control and a lot of safety on the side of Ironside right now. And we're seeing a lot of AoE aggression on the side of Bloodbath and Beyond. So looking towards these next sets of picks, we'll be looking for heroes that kind of augment that. We could even be looking at like something like a support Sven for Bloodbath and Beyond, or a Gyrocopter as their carry, maybe even an Earthshaker support. Something to just kind of keep heroes clumped up and really just doing a lot of damage. They ban out the Batrider, which is another hero that breaks up team fights. As I said, with that Flame Break and the Firefly, you just kind of create chaos, and it messes up a lot of heroes' positioning, whether it is friendly or allied, or friend or foe. It can just kind of stir things up. So they get rid of the Batrider, and the Nature's Prophet is the ban out for Ironside. So just, I think that was just more to negate the push and the potential to start knocking down towers between the Golems, the Spirits, and the Prophet Treants. So they get rid of that. Now, like I said, looking into this second set of pickups, I think Ironside is going to start wanting to pick up a little more aggressive heroes, stuff that'll start doing them damage, whether that be well, I mean, of course they're going to have to pick up their carry, but I'm thinking something like a Juggernaut that can dish out a lot of early game damage, a good mid laner that can really just like kind of mess with the enemy team. I would even hazard a guess at a Pudge. Pudge would actually work pretty darn well. Night Stalker would also function really well in their lineup right now. With the amount of protection that they have, they can put the repel on him, and he's pretty much invincible. They do pick up the Clockwork, so that wasn't banned by Bloodbath and Beyond, and like I said, that was going to be one of those optimal pickups for Ironside, because now they have that kind of ability to shove heroes away from each other, create chaos in the middle of the fight, and really make it hard for Death Prophet and Warlock to get their spells off if they get hit by Cogs, Battery Assault, Hook Shot, whatever it may be. So a lot of shit disturbing, so to speak, on the side of Ironside, and that's going to function really well in those big team fights. It's going to be up to Bloodbath and Beyond to position themselves really well and make sure that they get the engagements they want. Now, in order to do that, they might be looking at a Naga Siren here. I didn't even think about that, but as I'm looking at her, I'm thinking, you know, Naga might be a better pickup, just because they have so many abilities that are really good, that require kind of setup. So I think Naga would be a fantastic pick here. We'll see if they decide to go with that. I'm not sure Naga has kind of fallen out of popularity. Not many people choose to play her anymore, so kind of just it's an iffy pick. We'll see if they choose to go for it. Treant Protector would also work. His ultimate fits in really well. Instead, they go for the Weaver, so something a little bit more mobile that can move away. But I'm not sure about this Weaver pick here. I actually don't like it too much because the amount of control on the side of Ironside is just huge. The fact that they've got the Clockwork with the Cogs Battery Assault, the Hook Shot, etc., that is so much to knock down a Weaver if his stealth is gone, if there's a sentry down, if he's got dust on him, whatever. If he doesn't have time lapse, that'll kill him. Shadow Demon, more than enough to hold him down.
10 seconds remaining.
How much disabled does he have at max rank? 3.5 seconds
5
and
seconds
4.7
remaining.
seconds. So that's a lot of lockdowns. So Weaver's gonna have a real hard time thriving once that mid game comes around and the detection starts coming out on Ironside, but it'll be up to him to make sure that he's safe and farming smart. And if he gets a Lincoln Sphere up and starts to get in other people's faces, I think he'll have a chance at being a functional and viable hero in this game. Regardless, onto the fourth pickup here for Ironside. Not sure what they're going to go. Oh, they take the Dragonite. All right, so
team pick.
like I said, not sticking strictly to that, mess shit up strategy that I was talking about, but it fits really well. It's a beefy hero that benefits from repel, benefits from having good positioning, which they will have in droves, and as well, he just dishes out tons of damage. So, fantastic pick. I think I really like that. So that Dragonite will be heading towards mid. Clockwork will be heading to the off lane, and the last pickup for Ironside is going to be their carry. Unless they try to run this Omni carry, that would be kind of entertaining. I'd love to see that. But Necrophos is going to be the pickup for Bloodbath and Beyond. So they now have a lot of sustain on their team. Between the heal on the Warlock and the heal on Necro, plus the fact that Death Prophet can kind of heal herself with the spirits, they're going to be able to roam as 5 and just start knocking down towers one after another, and it's really going to be on
10 seconds remaining.
in Ironside's court to jump on them and make them make mistakes, get in a fight, try to screw them a bunch. So I do like that pickup with the next one. It kind of messes with their lanes, though. I'm not sure what their laning is going to be like. I'm assuming Weaver's going to go to the offlane and Death Prophet's going to go mid, which means Warlock and Necrophos are going to support together. And Necrophos not a spectacular support. He's a good support. He's a decent support. He does pretty well. But if you know how to play against him, he can he can be really obnoxious. Ironside getting rid of that gyrocopter, so making sure that he's not available. And I think that is a fantastic ban because there's a lot of AoE, a lot of push power, and gyro only accentuates that even more. So that's gone
remaining.
for Bloodbath and Beyond. I'm curious as to what they're going to pick up for their carry now.
5
I could see them going towards
remaining.
like a Kunkka, maybe even a Sven or who else? Alchemist still not banned, eh? Yeah, Alchemist could even be run as the carry of this game. Medusa is banned out by Bloodbath and Beyond. I'm not sure I agree with that entirely. I think they have enough burst to knock down a Medusa, and she's really not going to have time to farm with the aggression of their lineup. So I don't think that was. I definitely don't think Ironside would have picked that if that was not available to them. However, waiting to see what they choose to go for their carry hero. It's going to be last two pickups will be the hard carry for both teams, and
10 seconds
there's a lot of options here. There's a lot of options. I could actually see Ironside going for something like a Clink.
5 seconds remaining.
Just to really mess up those backline heroes. Get that Orchid to shut down Weaver. But there's 7 seconds left on this timer here, so they do go for Night Stalker. So I did mention that earlier, that Night Stalker would function very well with this team because they'd have the repel, they'd have all the positioning that they needed. So it looks like that Dragonite is actually going to be farming the safe lane, and Sven is picked up for Bloodbath and Beyond. So both teams grabbing some strong strength characters towards that endgame here, but we don't have any well, actually, no, we do. I was going to say we don't have any mega late game heroes because we don't have like Lunas or Alchemists or Anti-Mages, but I guess Weaver is late game enough, and Sven can get pretty ridiculous if he gets the right items on him. So anyways, into this game here, just a moment, things will be underway, and I am actually going to remember to switch the overlay over beforehand this time. I am fantastic, guys. On a roll today. I'm going to get rid of that title because I realize it's been covering up the team names for the last handful of broadcasts I've done. But yeah. Just waiting for the last hero on... oh, there he goes. So, anyways, GLHF getting thrown out, and yeah, so I'm assuming this Dragonite's going to be farming the safe lane with the Shadow Shaman and the Omni Knight. Night Stalker will be heading to... Whoa, maybe Night Stalker's not going mid. You don't buy a Quelling Blade and Stout Shield if you're going mid. Huh. Where's Clockwork going? Oh, Clockwork's heading down towards the offlane. So yeah, I suspected Clockwork would be on the offlane. Let's get back to default stuff here, because, yeah, there we go. Alright, so Night Stalker is going mid. Alright, so I guess he feels he needs the last hitting power, but definitely not the usual build for mid. Generally, you want to just go for a couple items that allow you to get your bottle up quicker. And I mean, Death Prophet is going to be able to shove him out pretty hard, so he kind of needs the items, but not really. No, I'm still skeptical. Anyways, up on the top lane we see the Weaver heading up there with nothing but 2 slippers of agility and some consumables, so he's got a little bit of last hitting power on his side, but his mana pool is going to be pretty limited. Only has 3 Sakuchis in him before he's got to start regenning mana. I'd like to make a shout out to my buddy Oscar. I went to school with him and he made this Sven sword, and it's friggin' awesome. He made a lot of good bounty hunter stuff too, so shout out to him. What a guy. Fantastic dude. Anyways, Warlock down here with the Sven on the bottom lane, and it looks, what the
battle begins.
What is Necro doing? Necro's just placing wards. He's heading up towards the top. He is going to find himself a haste rune. I'm not sure if that's going to go to him or the Weaver. Probably the Weaver. Yeah. Yeah, Weaver's going to take that and wait, where's Necro going? Is he? No, he's going to head to bottom. Yeah, Shadow Shaman coming to see if he can spot something out here, but he is spotted by the Weaver, so Weaver grabs that haste rune and he's going to chase him down here. He's going to have to run up towards that mid lane, and I think he should be fine. But oh man, this is dangerous. He did not go the short route to his own tower, and he could pay the price for this. Weaver is just chunking him down quite a bit, and oh man, is he going to dive it? Is he going to dive? No, he doesn't dive it. He chunks him. Oh, he's got the idea. He's thinking about it, but no, he's not going to do it. He is completely spotted out by this creep here. Oh, he's going for it. Oh, man. That shackle would have been so close. This Weaver's in a little bit of trouble now himself. He runs himself into a tree and gets blocked in by that creep. Oh, my God. First blood goes to the Dragon Knights as Weaver gets a little bit too aggressive and just gets himself caught out. But looks like we do have dual lanes for Bloodbath & Beyond. So Necrophos and Weaver are going to be on the top lane, while Sven and Warlock take the bottom. Not sure if that's the optimal usage of their heroes, but you know, it might be what they need now that the Weaver's down and down to death already this early.
Help us.
Man, if that Shadow Shaman's reaction time was a little bit better, he would have got the first blood himself. Courier flying. Oh wow. So Death Prophet started with a Void Stone. That's kind of an interesting pickup. I haven't seen that recently. Yeah, she's really going for a fast Bloodstone. That's the idea here. Oh man, Clockwork getting himself caught down here on the bottom lane. Doesn't look like he is going to drop. The Fatal Bonds are not enough, and there's no auto attacks left. But yeah, generally you want to go bottle on Death Prophet. So I'm kind of curious why she chose to go with the Void Stone. Like it is slightly faster to your Bloodstone, but I mean you miss out on so much. You don't have any starting stat items, so you're really weak. Plus you don't have the health regen from the bottle. I don't know. I'm iffy on this build, I am. But anyways, let's get the last hits and denies up here. 11 for 4 on the Night Stalker, so he's actually leading the charge, so that Stout Shield and Quelling Blade actually paying off. Shackle goes out on the Necrophos here. He gets Dragon Tailed, and the heal goes out on the Dragon Knight. So a lot of damage coming out, but he heals himself up, and Weaver jumping in behind actually picks off the Shadow Shaman. So 1 kill going down for Bloodbath & Beyond. So they get back that first blood, and yeah, good on them. 8 for 1 is the Death Prophet. She's following just behind, but like I said, I'm still iffy on that starting build. Sven farming okay down on the bottom here, 7 for 1, and he's doing all right. He's doing all right. He could be doing a lot better. He's got pretty much free farm down here. I mean, I know they had that action with the Clockwork, but regardless, he should be just fine. Bottle now up on the Night Stalker, so it looks like those early guaranteed last hits have helped him get his bottle up as quick as one would expect. So I mean, not terrible, and he's going to be really good going into this mid game. He's got about a minute left till the first nighttime strikes, and he's already got boots coming to him on the courier. Gank Squad Omega incoming. Dragon Knight only 7-0 on this top lane, so he could be last hitting a lot better, but he is eating a lot of harass from this Weaver and Necrophos, and Night Stalker picks himself up a regen rune, so we'll see if he gets a little ballsy when the nighttime rolls around here. He's got, I mean, he's got all the health in the world. This Death Prophet has no items and no mana, and he's got 20 seconds left till he can really jump on him. He's gonna throw out that Void, just do a little bit of harass, but I mean, this Death Prophet, she's got nothing right now. She's got nothing. I am so scared for her life. In like 10 seconds, she's just gonna drop. And this Night Stalker did go for a point in Crippling Fear, so he is going to be able to silence her out of using any abilities if that does happen. But I'm keeping an eye on this mid lane, man, because he's going to want to go on her. Yeah, he goes. He charges, going right under the tower, and he's not going to continue. I think he should have, man. He would have had a kill, and with that regen rune, he had nothing to lose, really. So he does back off, though. He's going to find himself an Invis rune top instead, so he'll pop off that regen, grab himself an Invis, and he'll pop that off as well. He did get pinged out, so it was spotted that he is coming, and the top lane is going to back off here. But, yeah, so, yeah, he gets spotted out, and he's going to have to back off. I don't think they're going to be smart enough to, or they're going to be dumb enough to move up any further, but maybe this Necrophos is. He's getting a little ballsy, and oh my god, this is so scary.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Night Stalker being really patient. He wants it, but they're just too far back, and the creep wave has met them now, so it doesn't feel like they're going to really drop to anything. And I think Night Stalker's now just wasting his time. He's going to head back to mid. Bottom lane Clockwork sitting on about 700 gold for himself, and munching through tangos. He does get eaten by the Stormhammer here, and they're going to throw out some harass on him, but no abilities available for that Warlock. Oh, he just gets enough mana to throw out the Shadow Word, and he does drop. So Clockwork drops the third kill of the game, and 2-1 is your kill score here, 5 minutes and 20 seconds in the game. Sven now farming a little better, actually. He's 16-4, just behind the Night Stalker's 23-7, so not bad at all. Death Prophet gets dove right underneath the tower. Submarine Dota here on this Night Stalker, diving for days. And like I said, man, this Death Prophet build, I'm pretty wary of this. It just, you don't get the early game stats, you don't get what you need to survive and thrive in the lane. I don't know, man. Anyways, Sven now picking himself up some power treads, so he's got that attack speed and that damage. He's just going for the stats and Stormhammer here, not going for any points in the Warcry or the Cleave. So just optimal laning build right now. That's pretty much what you'd expect. Night Stalker TPing down to bottom, and Clockwork does not have a hook yet, but he's waiting for one more creep. And if that creep, when this creep right here dies, Clockwork's gonna have a hook shot, but he throws it out. He's got the hook, and Night Stalker is waiting in the wing. So the second this hook flies, we're gonna see somebody die. It goes, it catches, and the Warlock is the target. He's going to drop, no question about it. Void goes out. The Stormhammer goes in on the Clockwork, but, oh, does he not have enough? He didn't have enough mana for Battery Assault after that. They're trying to chase this Warlock down, but he's healing a lot with that Shadow Word, and, oh, he gets eaten by the Void. There it goes, so Warlock drops. 3-2 is the kill score, 6 minutes and 45 seconds into this game. Death Prophet coming up here with her ultimate activated, looking for some pressure onto this tower here, and they're just going for it. There is really nowhere for these guys to run. The Shadow Shaman's going to try to throw some spells underneath the tower, but he gets caught out and bursts down. 3-3 the kill score. Shadow Shaman dead for a short while. Dragon Knight trying to get his way out of here, but he stops to shop, and that's going to be it. I think he's toast before he can get out of here. Yes, he is. He goes down as well, and 2 kills is dropped up on this top lane. One going to the Death Prophet, the other going to Necrophos.
Dire's
2 points
top
in Hunter in the Night for Night Stalker here, so he's moving a little faster, attacking a little harder, and he's moving up towards that mid lane. The ward has expired on the top rune there, so they don't know that he's coming, and he's just going to run right up in there. And who's he going to go on? He goes on the next spot, throws out the Void, silences up, throws out the illusions, and he's going to try to finish him off, but I'm not sure if this is the smartest dive right now. Oh man, this is so close. The Void does manage to get the Necrophos, and he's going to run away underneath that tower, trying to chase the Weaver, and if he gets a good Sakuchi, he might get the kill. No! The heal comes out for the Omni Knight. Night Stalker's going to survive. They silence the Weaver, and they turn back around on him. He doesn't have any mana to get out of this anyways. Void goes out. It is daytime, so that Night Stalker slows down, but Chicken is the Weaver, and bye-bye. Oh, that was close, but Weaver drops, and trading kills back and forth here. Both teams kind of just hanging on to similar kill scores back and forth, left and right. These ganks are pretty profound by the Night Stalker right now. He's making things happen, but you know, Bloodbath and Beyond playing it well in the lane, getting those kills down on bottom, and it's really making it's really keeping them in the game. Right now, I don't think I have a preference on which team has the better late game. I mean, Ironside has a lot of control for the Weaver, and Not so much for the Sven, but I mean they've got enough, but they don't have two hard carries. Like they've got a couple strength carries that do decent amounts of damage, but they aren't hard carries. They're medium hard carries. They're like I don't even know. I was gonna come up with a clever analogy, but then I didn't have one. Anyways, Night Stalker activating that Invis rune as he walks back up towards. Oh, what? Oh, he popped off a bottle charge and instead just wastes the Invis. That was kind of unfortunate there. If for those of you who don't know, when you use an Invis rune, oh man, the hookshot goes in anyways. I will get back to that in just a moment. But yeah, this Warlock is done. He drops the Golem though, and that's going to make a huge difference in this fight. Sven's starting to chunk down that Clockwork, and he does drop. And with the Golem and the Sven, this Night Stalker might drop as well. He throws out the Void onto the Sven, and the Golem chasing him right now. Sven does not decide to hook around the other side, and I think both of these heroes are going to get out of this alive. But 1-for-1 trade down on the bottom lane there. But yeah, what I was saying before was that if you are playing a hero with a bottle and you have an Invis rune bottled, when you activate that Invis rune, there is a split second after that Invis fade happens where you can activate one more ability. You can use like a phase boot, or you can use one of your bottle charges, but only one of your bottle charges, and you will not break your stealth. So that is that's a really good tip. It helps a lot when you know you're going to gank, but you're a little too low. You can throw on that Invis rune and then click the bottle once, and that'll give you a little bit more health and mana to make that gank happen. He's up here on the top lane. It looks like they want to dive on this Dragonite, but I don't think this is the smartest idea. He does have Dragon Form and the Dragon Tail up, but he doesn't choose to engage. He's just going to survive and stay underneath that tower. Getting a Sange before boots, kind of an obscure build. I wonder if he's going to go for a Halberd. I think the Halberd is probably the better choice in this game, just because of the fact that there's a lot of auto attack heroes on the enemy side. Well, I mean, there's the Weaver and the Sven. That's enough auto attack hero, but yeah, the other option is the Sange and Yasha, which gives him the slow on his attacks, which would also be pretty good, but I think between Warcry, Witchcraft, and Sakuchi, that slow is not going to mean much if you do manage to get it off. Omni Knight almost sitting on level 6. He's got his headdress in his inventory here, so or in his stash rather. So he'll be looking to move towards a mechanism. We'll probably be seeing that in the next 5 to 6 minutes, as it is pretty far behind. Sven looking to get a gank up here, hiding in the trees, and we'll see if he sees that Clockwork. He does. He moves up, starts pinging it out, throws out the Stormhammer, and just starts chunking him down. The cogs go out, but I think he's still caught. Yeah, he is. He drops. Not sure if that was the most necessary ultimate. This Dragon Knight is really far out of here, but they are going to get the tower with this regardless. There's a Fortify available, but they're not going to bother using it. Top tier 1 goes down for the Dire side, and that will be the first tower lost this game.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Down in the bottom lane, Warlock just farming himself up. He's got a headdress of his own and probably working towards a mech as well. Yes, he is. He's got the buckler items ready and waiting. So we'll see relatively even mechs for both sides. Night Stalker picking himself up a double damage rune and coming back towards bottom as nighttime happens. So this is almost a guaranteed kill. There's not much you can do about this. He could drop the golem or something, but oh man, this Warlock seeing him with the root or with those wards, he's gonna back off, and Night Stalker not feeling confident about that dive. He's gonna back up. Wonder if he's gonna go back in though. He is spotted out, but like with the amount of stuff he has, I think he could just make that gank happen anyway. He does decide to turn around and head back towards mid lane, and it looks like stuff is gonna go down here. The Dragon Knight activating his ultimate, throwing out that Dragon Tail on the Necropost, and Lightstealer Night Stalker comes in from behind, gets that kill off on Necro, and oh man, he time lapse right back into 5 people. Not the best time lapse I've ever seen, but I think actually if he had turned around and run up this way, he would have actually had a better chance of living there, but he walked right down down to the low ground where the Shadow Shaman was waiting with a shackle, and he got himself caught out. 6 to 8 is your kill score here, 13 minutes, 10 seconds into the game, and it looks like the mid tier 2 for the Radiant is going to drop. Death Drop is going to pop off her ultimate and see what she can do about this, but she's probably going to get caught out here. Night Stalker eating a lot of damage, but with that DD rune, he just tears her apart, and yeah, Crobulus drops.
Radiant's middle tower has fallen.
And all these heroes are so darn
Dire's
low.
bottom tower
Like,
has fallen.
a mech and an Omni heal would do them wonders right now, but they are going to back off, disengage. There's no reason for them to stick around. They did lose the bottom tier 1 as well while they were doing that, so two towers down on the Dire side and 1 on the Radiant. Now, Sven has been farming really well and has surpassed the Night Stalker, so he's got himself a fair amount of gold to speak of. Looks like he's working towards the Mask of Madness instead of Black King Bar. Not sure how I feel about that one. I think he could definitely benefit from the BKB a little bit more, but he is going to go for the just wow build, charge at you and not give a shit build. He's up here on the mid lane, pressure coming out on the tier 2 tower, TP coming into the, or on the tier 1 tower, the TP coming into the tier 2, but no immediate defense right here. Looks like they kind of want to. They're dancing around this section of the minimap you can see here, but looks like the tower is going to drop. So all tier 1s eliminated now for Ironside, but they are ahead on the kills, and I think now would be a fantastic time to check out the gold and experience graphs. Basically, because they're looking pretty damn even.
Radiant's top tower is under
The gold
attack.
graph is swayed in the way of Bloodbath and Beyond, and that gold amount is basically only the tower gold. That is the only difference, and the EXP is the exact same because both teams have been fighting relatively similarly. So pretty darn even game right now, and these graphs kind of signifying it. The only difference is the towers, and you know, towers mean a lot. You've got gold that is going to your supports, which is the biggest thing, because you know it's really hard for supports to get gold in this game here. But when you got an Omni Knight that can get that early buckler up because of it. Ooh, we have a really early Roche. They do have the sentry up, so they are completely safe to do this. It is spotted out the runestone, so they know everything's going down. But Clockwork getting himself stuck in here on the serpent ward. What a troll, Shadow Shaman. But yeah, no, Bloodbath and Beyond have no clue, and this Roche is definitely going to drop. However, they are trading a tier 2 tower for it. I mean, there's nothing here to defend it. The Crobulous ultimate goes out, and she gon' do what she does. As the Roshan drops, and Night Stalker grabs the Aegis of Immortal, and alright, so the tier 2 does go down. No defense there, no immediate TPs. So I'm not sure if that trade was entirely worth it. They are losing towers left and right, and with a death prophet on the field, that is not what you want to have happening. Regardless, it is going to be a fight, though. Wow, Warlock just dropping his ultimate to push the tower. Why the hell not? They're just going to get right up in here, and I don't know. Heaven's Halberd now up on Night Stalker and on the Dragon Knight. Dragon Knight has to pick his up from the stash, but they both have the item, which means that Sven and Weaver are both going to be out of the fight for a good handful of seconds here. And since the Sven did not go for a BKB, it's going to be hard for him to... it's going to be difficult for him to fight. I don't think he's going to be able to fight. He's just going to be disarmed the entire time, get picked apart, and that's going to be the story of that. So, damn. Sorry guys, just got to close Skype here. Alright, there we go. Had somebody messaging me. Anyways, on the bottom, I think this illusion rune's been here for like 15 minutes. Nobody's decided to go pick it up. Actually, 15 minutes would be the first rune, but you know what I mean. It's been around there for a while. Both teams kind of just playing it passive, neither really wanting to make a move towards any lane in particular, all kind of just doing their own thing, and I mean, I don't blame them. Every time one team has gotten aggressive, save for that free push on that top lane by Bloodbath and Beyond, a lot of it's been turned around. We've got good TP support coming in, and we've got good gank turnarounds that have been happening for a good majority of the game, so it looks like both teams kind of tentative to move forward, but you know, this Sven might decide to push up this lane a little more, or you could just turn around and go back to the jungle. Yeah, it's just gonna go back to the jungle. Alright, so farming game. Farm Simulator 2013. That is this game. And, I mean, Bloodbath and Beyond has a right to be scared because the Aegis is up on that Night Stalker. But, I mean, Ironside does have a reason to be scared as well because, you know, they just... Actually, I don't know. Bloodbath and Beyond has been taking some good fights, but I think right now, the ball is in Ironside's court to really make this happen because they've got, they've got a Night Stalker with an Aegis, they've got two heroes with Halberd, and that Omni Knight, he is about 300 gold away from his mech. So once that mech is up, I think it's go time for them. There is no better time than then to fight. And I wish I could see when the Aegis was going to expire. Looks like we got about 3 minutes down on Roshan, so it's got about another 3 minutes left until that Aegis expires. So I say just give the Omni Knight a lane of farm. Yeah, 3 minutes there. Alright, so give Omni Knight a lane of farm, let him get 300 gold, get that mech, and push mid. Just go. And I think just with the amount of stuff that they have for that fight, they'll probably win it. And that would just make the difference for them. But it does look like Bloodbath and Beyond is going to be the aggressors. They move in towards the mid lane, and the Death Prophet ultimate goes off, and the Shadow Shaman wards go down, but it doesn't matter. Oh man, what a great hook shot. Grabs the Warlock, and he doesn't manage to drop the Golem, which is going to be a big thing here in this fight. And they're trying to grab this Sven, but he is just running so darn fast. Tries to pop off a salve, but it's just not enough. Oh, one attack by that Dragon Knight. That's going to take him down. He is done. He is done. Oh my god! What? Wait, is that non-lethal damage? Am I just like crazy that it's not lethal? But if that, no. Oh, that poison's lethal. It'll kill. 1 HP. 1 HP twice on that Sven. That was the luckiest I have ever seen. Sven, if you watch this rebroadcast, go buy a lottery ticket 2 days ago. Please. That was ridiculous. Oh man. Anyways, a pretty good fight for Ironside here. Both teams losing one hero, I believe. The Shadow Shaman was traded for the Warlock, but the aggression is now on the side of Ironside. They've got room to move forward and start shoving these towers with that Aegis still up on the Night Stalker. Night Stalker gonna find himself a double damage rune down here on the bottom, and go for it, man. Fight! Fight, fight, fight! You got it in you. I believe in you. Anyways, oh, just setting up some wards down here. Looking for that Weaver. I wonder if they're going to find him here. They're looking for him, and Shadow Shaman is going to see him, but the Sakuchi away just a little bit faster than he can think to get a shackle off, and they're just going to run up and smack this tower down. That DD is going to go down. A couple hits, and there it goes. Nighttime strikes again, and actually, I think that was the induced nighttime. Actually, no, it wasn't it. That would be... Yeah, no, it is just nighttime. It is just nighttime, ladies and gentlemen. Clockwork hanging off in the wing, looking to see if he can get a hook, but no aggressive wards to be seen here. And Aegis reclaimed in 30 seconds. So that means that Night Stalker is not going to have this Aegis for this fight, and it'll probably wear out mid-fight if this fight breaks out right now. And that is always a terrible thing to want to have happening, but they know that it's going to... They know that it's dropping soon, and they're going to try to fight with it, but oh, this is going to be so terrible. Is it going to get used? Oh, it does get used! The Aegis gets used. Probably 2 seconds left until it got away. Shadow Shaman picks up the Weaver at the edge of the fight there. Clockwork and Shadow Shaman already dead. The Sven goes down, and Dragon Knight tries to run away. Is caught out by the Reaper Scythe, and 3 heroes down on the side of Ironside, and more pressure coming out. Oh my god, that Omni Knight explodes. Gonna try to catch that Night Stalker, but I don't think that's gonna happen. He is one fast mofo, and fight going inside of Bloodbath and Beyond. So really even fights here. I'm enjoying this quite a bit. He stops at the side shop to get himself a Hyperstone, and then he goes back in, finds himself a Warlock. Is he gonna get a kill? Oh my god, he's taking a lot of damage, but okay, he thinks better of it, turns around, runs away. Oh man, that was risky plays. He is still 7-0-4, not a single death to his name, but this game is getting ridiculous, and I think it's time to take a peek back at that golden EXP graph, because it is wild. Oh, excuse me. Like I said, Ironside just taking it away quite a bit when they got that Roche, and then, you know, as they kind of backed off here, you got Dip. Weaver getting caught out here by the Void and the Crippling Fear, and oh man, he dies in the duration. Oh, that had to suck. Omni Knight pinging, just laughing at the Weaver. I don't blame him. Anyways, yeah, so back to the graphs. But you can see, like, as they backed off after that Aegis, and they were kind of playing a little safe, it dipped down for him. And then when that fight just didn't go their way, bam, way back in the way of Bloodbath and Beyond. Anyway, Stormhammer goes out on the Clockwork as he jumps himself in, but Night Stalker fighting up on this Sven, and Sven is just out of it with that, oh man, with that Halberd. Sven was just unable to do anything, so playing it really well. I like these item choices. And let's see if we can sneak into the gold graph here. 5k in the way of Bloodbath and Beyond. They are actually still doing a lot better. That does come down to that tower gold again. It is, actually, okay, alright. There's, yeah, there's 2 more towers up in their name. and I think that gold is pretty much the only stuff making the difference. These fights have been coming out pretty darn even. Man, that fight was ridiculous in mid there. I thought Night Stalker was going to drop again, but those halberds are so potent, man. Like, that is building for the enemy team. That is purely what it comes down to. Both the Dragon Knight and the Night Stalker recognize that they can just really take away any single strength or any bit of strength that Bloodbath and Beyond have in them by getting those halberds, and that's exactly what they do. Awkward finds himself a regen rune, pops it off right away as he was pretty darn low, but now sitting on a blade mail. Actually, wait, he hasn't picked up boots yet? Clockwork Man, what you doing? You need boots. You need boots, you silly man. Oh, excuse me, I'm going to mute myself here. I feel a cough coming on. It's scratching at my throat. I will be just one moment.
Incoming!
Alright, there we go. Cleared my throat out. A little bit of phlegm. Been raining a lot lately, so kind of cold season, not quite. Anyways, looks like Night Stalker wants to get in the Silk Grass, but he's a little bit too broke. Omni Knight now sitting on his mechanism. Probably had that for a while here. It's been contributing to the last couple fights. And drums coming up on the Shadow Shaman. Just all around good item. Every team needs one. Clockwork needs boots. Doesn't have boots. Why don't you have boots? Looks like an armlet is going to be the choice for the Dragon Knight. So getting that little bit more tankiness and beefiness. Not really opting for the BKB, and I don't really blame him. The only person that the BKB really mitigates is the Warlock. The Death Prophet, the damage from her ultimate is just going to go through everything. Reaper's Scythe goes through BKB, I am pretty certain, and Weaver and Sven are just going to auto attack. So I don't hate it. I think BKB is still always a fantastic hero on Dragon Knight, regardless, because even if you are just negating the Warlock, that is a lot that you are negating. So I'm not sure. We'll see if that's what he chooses to go next. He might just go like hard or something so it's more survivable. But anyways, Roshan going down once again for Ironside, and there's only a sentry here, so nothing to actively spot that this Roshan is being done, and a lot of wards to ensure that it is safe while it is being done. So I don't think there's anything to contest this. They are in the neighborhood, but they have no clue that it's going on. And sure enough, it is going to drop. Probably going to go the way of the Night Stalker yet again, but I don't know. He hasn't died a single time, so they might opt to give it to Dragon Knight. No, they do. They do give it to Night Stalker. So he's got it, and he's almost got his assault. He's about 1,200 gold away from that. It'll be coming up pretty soon, as he is sitting at the top CS score, or the CS score, creep score. Mid lane, Bloodbath and Beyond, not quite sure what to do. They know they've got to play defensive. They know they've got to back it up because the kill squad is coming. But they just need to. I don't know. I really don't know. Usually I try to provide insight, but it's a weird predicament they're in because neither of their carries can fight. Until Sven gets a BKB, it's just not going to happen. Plus the pressure is kind of on them right now because they just had Roche taken from them. So. They really need to get their stuff together, but I don't know if pushing's the right choice. I mean, they want to push, but I think the best option is back off, farm, and let Weaver and Sven both get BKBs. Weaver doesn't even have his Lincoln Sphere right now, and that's pretty concerning. Dragon Knight goes out, throws out the Dragon Tail on the Death Prophet. Hook goes in on her. She's going to drop so quickly here. She does. She just evaporates, and those spirits are no longer flying around. Sven getting in the middle of the trites, trying to do something here, but he gets shackled up. Reaper's Scythe goes out onto the Shadow Shaman. He drops. Sven dies as well. That courier is so low, and we'll see if they choose to go for it, but instead they turn around, they get the Necrophos, and oh man, Rock Golem gonna drop. I don't think that's gonna make too much of a difference, so they're just gonna turn around and fight that, maybe? No? Oh, what is he doing? Oh man, he's trying to get the kill on that Night Stalker, and he almost does, but he escapes with 30 HP. Go figure, this guy is just on a roll. Has not died once. 12, 0, and 4, making the plays and taking this game away, really. Oh, Weaver sticking around way too late. Oh man, that time lapse was so close. He's gonna see if he can get a kill off on this dragon. What's he doing? His team's pinging at him, and I'm kind of pinging at him. What are you doing, buddy? You could have got a free kill and gotten out of that alive. Oh man, he doesn't decide to. He's gonna back off, head to his jungle, and thinks better of it. This mid lane looks like good for a refresher. Maybe an orchid. I don't know if the Orchid's effective. I don't know if the Refresher is effective. Oh, crap. Clockwork finds the Weaver in the jungle, gets a good hook shot with the help of that ward, and gets himself a free kill. Aggressive wards, man. Aggressive wards. That's how you play. In this top lane here, Dragon Knight almost looking to get himself a Blade Mail as well. So looks like they're just going for multiple Blade Mails, and the second Death Prophet pops off her ultimate, they're just going to activate it and laugh. Kind of the same way you do it with Tinker. If you really want to troll a Tinker, if you got a guy being a douche, you can have your entire team buy Blade Mails, and then the second you mark your machines, just have everybody run into it with their Blade Mails active, and you can just watch them cry. It's a pretty good gig. Anyways, Sven picks up BKB. He's going to see if he can catch his Night Stalker, but he gets juked out. Night Stalker turns around, heads back up towards the river, and I think he's going to get out of this no problem. Spirits are still chasing him, but he is way too fast, especially with nighttime and phase boots, and yeah, he's out of here for sure. That was close, though. That was really close. I think if Sven had realized that he had turned around and came back, he might have been able to get that catch out. But, oh man, they get the Death Prophet. The Spirits return to her, giving her a little bit more health, but that's not going to matter much. She gets herself killed. Reaper Scythe goes out on the Night Stalker, and he does drop, but the Aegis is still there, so he is not going to die this time. Still looking for more kills. That Sven trying to run away with that Warcry, but oh man, just getting chased down by the Night Stalker. This hero is so nasty right now. What can you do against him? He's 13-0-4. He's got Drums, Assault Cuirass, Heaven's Halberd, and Phase Boots, and more money in the bank. So
Radiant structures are fortified.
Tier 2 tower definitely going to drop here for Bloodbath and Beyond. There's not much they can do to defend this, and they're really going to have to make a stand at their rack. This is where the game could all come apart if Ironside gets a couple good fights, but instead they just opt to head towards top. They want to get rid of the outer towers first instead of pushing towards racks.
Radiant's top
and they're just
tower
going to run right up there. This will be no problem. It's going down. There's not going to be a defense for this, but Glyph will not be active for a very long time because they did use it on that tier 2 tower mid. Not the best call in my opinion. If you cannot get heroes to immediately teleport onto a tower, do not fortify. Wait for a tower that you can defend. And anyways, Warlock TP's in, gets the Golem down, but that's all he's going to do is he explodes shortly thereafter, and Sven and Night Stalker going at it, but Clockwork jumps in, decides he wants a piece of it, and Sven drops as he tries to retreat. Going down the Death Prophet now, she drops. His Golem's still doing work, but not enough. Weaver's starting to get caught out here. He gets silenced up, and silence, it is going to wear off, but he does die anyways. Night Stalker is beyond godlike, 4 heroes down for Bloodbath and Beyond, and I think this might be the GG here. It is just, oh, this game is so far gone now. This, like I said, this is where it can all start to come around. If they didn't take a really good fight there, if they didn't even take it, I mean, at best they could have gotten even trade.
Radiant's top tower
like,
has
they
fallen.
were praying for a wipe, but, you know, that's probably not going to happen at this stage. And, I mean, if we look at the graphs, it'll tell the story here. Look at this giant dip from approximately 24, 25 minutes straight to the 31 where we are now. About a 8k gold dip as well, or oh sorry, that was EXP that I was looking at, EXP dip, and about a 5k gold dip from that fight as well. So that kind of point around there, 28, 29 minutes, and then it's gone. Night Stalker now sitting on a Reaver, looks like he wants to go for a Heart of Trash, maybe even a Satanic, probably a Heart, but who knows. Double damage rune is spotted out here by the Clockwork, and Night Stalker will be there to pick it up in just a mere moment. He doesn't have the bottle anymore, so he does not have the regen that he needs to kind of get back up to full right now, but I don't think it matters. It's going to be so hard for him to die. Where is he TPing to? He's just going back to base. Clockwork sitting in the side of the lane, looking to see if he can get a hook, but he decides to go back anyways. Grabs himself a BKB, so he now has some protection against those... against that Golem and against some of those other nastier abilities. Dragon Knight, what's he going for? He's got his Blade Mail. He's just got 1,000 gold sitting in the bank. Not sure what he's going to go for, but yeah, we'll see. I think this is an excellent example of itemization. All of the heroes for Ironside right now are playing just to their strength, playing exactly to what they need to take the game. These are not just like pre-built cut and dry cookie cutter builds. These are deliberate and chosen builds. And Warlock getting chased down here in the mid lane. I think if the silence wears off, he might... oh no, he doesn't even have a rock. He's toast for sure. And Night Stalker grabs him. Free kill, and he runs back towards mid lane. Another holy shit getting called out as he is 17-0-4. That is absurd. He has 4 more kills than the entire enemy team combined. Blink Dagger now up on that Shadow Shaman, so a little bit of initiating power. Not like they really needed it anyways. That Night Stalker was crazy to begin with, but it's always nighttime now. With that Night Stalker LT up, it's always night. And Death Prophet is going for a Refresher Orb, so I do believe you can get 2 charges of Exorcism off if you use it. Like, if you use it, Refresher, use it, you will get double the spirits out. I think that is how it works. I might be mistaken though. I've never seen that interaction. I've never seen Death Prophet buy one of those, so I can't make a educated comment. Regardless, Night Stalker getting ganked up there, recognizes it, and TP's out. He's going to be completely fine. Now, this is something we haven't looked at. Net worth. 17,000 on that Night Stalker, 11,000 on the Dragon Knight, and then 10k on both the Sven and the Death Prophet, 7,000 on Weaver and Necrophos, and I think that's really where Bloodbath and Beyond is really falling short. That Weaver has not had a chance to farm because he's been trying to fight. He still doesn't have a Lincoln Sphere. He had the exact same items probably 8 minutes ago, and the last time I looked at his inventory. So, I mean, this guy has just been trying to fight when he should have been farming. And here's an example of this again. I can guarantee you he's going to die in this fight, and that'll put him further away from his Lincoln Sphere yet again. Oh man, everything going down here. The Cogs, Serpent Ward, Dragon Knight jumping in the middle of that, trying to finish off that Warlock, but he does manage to get the Golem off before he dies. We were picking off some damage at the side, but he's not really doing much. Warlock and Shadow Shaman both dead right now, and the Death Prophet gets picked up by the Night Stalker as he chases him away. The Sven trying to stand his ground and fight this, but it's not going to happen. He drops almost immediately, and the Cogs going out to try to finish this off. They're looking to kill that Night Stalker, but oh man, Weaver's just not making it happen. He's going to have to run away from this, and oh wow, there goes the... Right, so the one hero that I said was guaranteed to die in this definitely does not. Hey, look at that! I got an item! Cool, man. Cool. I didn't know casters could get items. That's some nifty stuff. That is some nifty stuff. Anyways, Roshan will be up in just a moment here, and the Night Stalker does see it. I would have loved to see him just get, like, bash locked, and his first death of the game is to just, like, a fresh spawn Roshan. That would have been incredible. But, anyways, he picked himself up Heart of Tarrasque, so he's just going to regen all of his health in just a moment here. Once he gets out of combat a little bit, it'll start to regen, but it doesn't matter. There's a Vlad's up on Omni, so he's just regenning it from attacking anyways. Now look at this, 73 health regen per second when the Gauge is active, or the Heart is active. Cheese up on the Dragon Knight, Heart up on the Night Stalker, 20-0-4, and still hasn't died, still will not die. I don't think there is anything they can do to bring this Night Stalker down at this point. He is just ridiculous. Down on the bottom lane, Death Prophet, the only person present to do this, and this Bloodstone is only really effective for the Suicide right now. So little charges, only 2 charges left, and another death will drop her down to 0, and that's when nothing happens. Oh man. Anyways, Night Stalker just diving right past his tower. Badass Honey Badger gets no shit, and Death Prophet ulti goes out. See if she can make something happen, but she really won't. I mean, there's just not enough damage to bring down this tanky lineup. And oh man, the hookshot goes in, picks him up, drops the Weaver in the Cogs, and he's gonna drop right there. Night Stalker really low. He is actually gonna fall, but he's got the Aegis. Knowing his limits, he just goes with it. And Sven trying to run away. He does get sheeped up, and Reaper Scythe coming out on somebody. Who does that grab? That grabbed the Clockwork. He does. 4 heroes down on the side of Bloodbath and Beyond now, and looking for the Death Prophet, and GG is called. So, yeah, I don't know how much longer they were going to be able to hold on to that. This Night Stalker just got out of control, and Dragon Knight was always there to fall back on if Night Stalker was taking on that fight. So, really well played. Both teams actually playing pretty damn evenly, but I think a little bit too much timidness from Bloodbath and Beyond in that mid game, not pushing the towers and the advantage when they had it, and not scouting those hidden Roshans really hurt them. And, you know, it's kind of the price you pay. So, anyways, we'll see the Ancient explode here in just a moment, but this game is over. It has been called. We'll be heading into Game 2. Like I said, this is a best-of-2 series, meaning that teams will play twice and earn a point for each game victory they take. So a potential for 2 points here by Ironside, and a potential for a 1-1 for Bloodbath and Beyond if they take the next game. But yeah, we'll be getting that going in just a moment. After this game finishes off here, I'll throw up an overlay, be away for just a couple moments, and then I will be back with you, getting the lobby ready, and the game will get underway. Fantastic game here, really loving it.
Radiant's top barracks has fallen.
It's called, and yeah, there it goes. Ancient explodes. I'm gonna try to get this lobby up nice and quick so that we can get into this, but for now, just enjoy looking at the overlay, and we'll be back in just a moment. Thanks guys for watching, and I will see you soon.